Hey everyone, welcome back to Gravity Automotive, where we geek out over the cars that make your heart race. In your garage jealous, I'm your host Alex. And today we're cranking up the excitement with a deep dive into the 2027 Porsche Cayenne, the luxury SUV that's evolving faster than a taken on a straightaway. Imagine this, you're merging onto the highway. The engine growls like a caged panther, and in a blink, you're glued to your seat as 0 to 60 happens before your coffee spills. That's the Cayenne magic. And for 2027, Porsche is dialing it up with an all-new electric variant that promises to redefine what a performance SUV can do without a single drop of gas. Stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, we'll unpack every curve, every spec, and why this beast might just steal your next road trip. All right, let's roll. First off, the design of the 2027 Cayenne is pure Porsche Porsche, sleeker and more aggressive than ever. Building on the 2023 refresh, but with subtle tweaks that scream evolution, the front fascia gets those iconic oval headlights with quad-LED elements inspired by the Macan EV, flanked by wider vertical vents and a bolder grille that echoes the 911's timeless stance, giving it a wider, more planted look without losing that elegant prow. At 193.7 inches long for the standard SUV, and a touch sportier at 195 inches for the coupe, with its raked roofline and adaptive rear spoiler. It's got a stance that's equal parts runway model and rally racer. The body rides on a fully galvanized steel-aluminum hybrid shell for that feather-light strength, measuring 78.1 inches wide and 66.9 inches tall, with 21-inch alloys, standard braidable to 23s for that extra flair. And for the EV model, it's stretched to 196.3 inches long with a 119-inch wheelbase, up 5 inches from the gas versions, all to cram in the battery pack while keeping the drag coefficient at a slippery 0.344 when cheating efficiency. Turning to performance, this Cayenne doesn't just drive, it dominates. With Porsche's all-wheel drive system and an 8-speed PDK dual-clutch transmission across the board, dishing out launches that pin you back like a fighter jet takeoff. The base Cayenne kicks off with a turbocharged 3.0-liter V6, pumping 348 horsepower and 368 pound-feet of torque, hitting 60 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds flat. Or shave it to 5.4 with the Sport Chrono package that adds launch control and a stopwatch on the dash. Step up to the S, and you're in twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 territory, with 468 horses and 442 pound-feet, scorching 260 in 4.6 seconds and topping out at 164 miles per hour. While the GTS dials the Fury to 493 horsepower for a 3.7-second sprint, thanks to its sport-tuned air suspension that drops the ride height by 10 millimeters for corner carving precision. Then there's the Turbo GT, unleashing a pure 650 horsepower twin-turbo V8 for a sub-3.5-second, bolt 260 and 186 miles per hour top speed, with massive 16.1-inch carbon ceramic brakes optional to haul it down from triple digits in a hurry. But Porsche isn't ditching the V8 anytime soon. They've pledged to keep it roaring well into 2030. A nod to purists who crave that visceral exhaust note over silent torque. Now, for the electrified crowd, the plug-in e-hybrid lineup mates that same 4.0-liter V8 with a 25.9 kW battery and electric motor for a combined 729 horsepower and 700 pound-feet in the Turbo e-hybrid, rocketing to 60 in just 3.5 seconds with an electric-only range of 25 miles on the EPA cycle. Perfect for urban sprints before the gas engine wakes up. And the game changer, the all-new Cayenne EV, built on the PPE platform shared with the Macan Electric, dual-motor all-wheel drive, delivering an estimated 500-plus horsepower, over 300 miles of range from a 100 kilowatt-hours pack, and DC fast charging from 10 to 80% in under 25 minutes. All while towing up to 7,700 pounds like it's hauling groceries. Features-wise, it's a tech feast standard adaptive air suspension with Porsche Active Suspension Management. Smooths out potholes or firms up for track days. Rear axle steering shrinks the turning circle to just 38 feet for parking lot agility. And torque vectoring keeps you glued through sweeping turns without a hint of body roll. Inside, the cabin is a driver-centric sanctuary wrapped in premium leather and Alcantara, with a 12.6-inch curved digital gauge cluster that wraps around the wheel like a cockpit HUD, a 14.7-inch central touchscreen, running the latest PCM infotainment with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and an optional 10.9-inch passenger display for Netflix binges. When you're not at the wheel, safety locked so it vanishes from your view. 4-zone climate control whispers cool air. Ambient lighting in 30 colors sets the mood, and there's 30 cubic feet of cargo behind the seats, expanding to 60 with them folded, plus a panoramic sunroof standard on most trims. Safety is no afterthought here. Porsche's InnoDrive suite includes adaptive cruise with lane keeping, night vision assist that spots deer at 1,000 feet, surround view cameras with active parking that parallel parks itself, and warn and brake assist that preempts collisions with pedestrian detection. The EV adds over-the-air updates for seamless software tweaks, and every model gets the side impact protection system with energy-absorbing crumple zones. Engine options span the spectrum, that base V6 for efficient cruising at 19 mpg city and 24 highway. The V8 South guzzling more like 15/19ths but delivering unapologetic thrill, the e-hybrids blending 20 mpg equivalent overall with plug-in perks, and the pure EV sipping electrons for sub 4 cents per mile in charging costs. Prices start accessibly for Porsche at $89,050, including destination for the base, climbing to $104,200 for the S, $126,000 for the GTS, $208,150 for the Turbo GT Coupe, $157,000 for the Turbo e-hybrid, and an estimated $105,000 to kick off the EV lineup, with fully loaded builds easily eclipsing $250,000, thanks to options like the $10,000 ceramic brakes or $4,000 Burmeister audio. Production ramps up in late 2026 at Porsche's Leipzig plant in Germany, with U.S. deliveries hitting showrooms by early spring 2027, giving you time to trade in that old mall crawler. What sets the 2027 Cayenne apart in a sea of crossovers is how it refuses to compromise. It's as comfy hauling the family to soccer as it is embarrassing a 911 on a back, with off-road modes like gravel and mud that lift the chassis 3.5 inches for light trail duty. Fuel economy hovers efficiently for the class. Warranty covers for years or 50,000 miles, bumper to bumper, and resale holds like a vault thanks to Porsche's badge cachet. If you're torn between gas guzzler glory and EV serenity, this is the SUV that lets you have it all. No apologies. Here at Gravity Automotive, we're already counting down to test drives. Drop a comment below, V8 forever or EV takeover. Smash that like button if you're Team Porsche, subscribe for more unfiltered reviews, and hit the bell so you never miss a gear shift. Thanks for watching, drive safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out.